Okay, beginning this project, these are the images that I'm using for the project. First is the sky, which I'll crop beneath the sea so that I get the sky alone. And this is an image of a city which I'll be putting into my image. And this is the main scene which I'll be working on. And this is one of the water images I'll be using to create a stream or a river path. This is another image of a water which I'll be using also in the scene. And this is also the third water image I'll be merging into the others to create a new effect. This building will also be cropped out and fixed in the scene. And this will be manipulated using the liquefied option after I crop it outside and fix it into the scene. Now this is the main work, which I'm unchecking all the layers. So this is the background image, the main scene that I'll be working on. So I started by placing the sky image, which can be seen that I've cleaned the image beneath, which is the beach image, so that I can get the sky alone. And I placed it or position it on top of this image so that I can get the background with the correct perspective. And I added a little hue and saturation. So I changed and tweaked the bars to get this particular color, which I think is a little bit matching with the scene right now. So I go to the water layer, and it begins with the first image, which I clipped into the path I cropped out and duplicated the path between the mountains, and I clipped the water into it, making it look this way. And I also clipped the second water image into the same shape and change the blending mode to a lighter color, that's giving it that effect. And I added a little level layer, so levels layer, to darken it a little bit because it was too bright. And then this is a third water layer, which I also merged with the others and used the blending modes, add light. Now this is the water layer, and I added a curves layer to darken it a little. And then the mountains at the side, I also cropped them, the ones on the left and the ones on the right and the ones in the middle. I cropped them so that they can lie on top of the image, sorry, on top of the background, which is the sky. And this is the first one, which I duplicated, and the second, or the copy which I duplicated, was sent to liquefy, and I modified it so that I can get a form of a flat surface. Yeah, so a flat surface which I can put the city on, and the other side also I duplicated it so that I can place it in front of the background, which is the sky. And I also duplicated it and warped it or liquefied it, and this is the middle mountain, which I also curved and put in front of the background. And I placed in my first city on a hill right here, and then this is my second city, which I cropped, and placed on this side of the mountain, and moved to the rocks. This is my rock folder, and this is how it looks in full, but when I uncheck it, yeah, so this is how it looks. So the main rock is this, which is in the middle right now, and I duplicated it several times, and I used the liquefied option to edit it to get the smaller ones, which I placed around the sea, and then I used the city that I cropped, was also minimized and placed on top of the first building that I used for this project. And this is the third and last city that I cropped and placed on top of the middle mountain. Okay, then I added, last but not the least, I added a little color balance, which I tweaked to match the building. The buildings were the buildings had some amount of red in it, so I used it to match or suit what I wanted to do, and I added a little hue and saturation and tweaked it to have this dark night sky. Yeah, so that's how this project was done. Thank you.